Hey, my name's Colin Hunt. I'm here to talk to you about keeping your shoulder healthy during green race season. In this video, we're going to talk about some basic shoulder exercises to strengthen your rotator cuff, as well as the muscles that control your shoulder blade. Now, if you haven't seen the first video, I recommend you watch that first. It covers some basic shoulder anatomy, as well as some common shoulder injuries that happen as a result of kayaking. Also, a little bit of information on how to keep those shoulders healthy while you're out on the river. Now, before we launch into these exercises, I just want to say that they're meant to be some broad suggestions. There's more than one way to skin a cat, and there's more than one way to strengthen a shoulder. Also, these exercises are meant to keep a healthy shoulder healthy. If you're currently experiencing shoulder pain, I highly recommend seeking the advice of a medical professional. Here in North Carolina, you have direct access to physical therapists, meaning you do not need a referral to schedule an appointment. All right, so let's start off by looking at some basic rotator cuff exercises. As you may remember from the first video, the rotator cuff is a group of 4 muscles that reach out from the shoulder blade, grab onto the head of the humerus, pulling it in tight. One of their jobs is to rotate the arm in place, but they're also one of the main stabilizers for the shoulder joint. So this first exercise, we're going to be focusing on the infraspinatus and the teres minor. What you're going to do is you're going to grab about a 5-pound weight. Nalgene full of water hits that mark pretty closely. You're going to lay down on your side, have your elbow up against your side, pinning it down so that you're just going to rotate in place as you're laying in this position. Slow and controlled is the name of the game. Start with your weight on the table and lift it up till you're just past parallel. No need to go way out, way up high. The next exercise is going to focus on your supraspinatus. So for this one, same amount of weight, you're going to have your arm down by your side and you're going to lift up from parallel with the ground to about 30 degrees. Slow and controlled is the name of the game here. Slow on the way up, slow on the way down. The third exercise is focusing on the subscapularis, and it works on internal rotation. For this, you actually need to scoot forward towards the edge of the table a little bit, trying to keep that elbow pinned into your side, and you're gonna go from parallel with the ground, bringing the weight up towards your stomach. Subscapularis is a little bit bigger than some of the other rotator cuff muscles, so you may need a little bit more weight for this one, but in general, shouldn't be too much more. Once again, you guessed it, slow and controlled is the name of the game. As I talked about in the last video, it's really important that we have strong, coordinated control of the movement of our shoulder blades. If we have weak muscles or poor coordination, this can place an increased amount of stress on the shoulder joint itself. So a couple of the key muscles we'll be targeting here is the trapezius and the rhomboids in the back. They squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then we also have the serratus anterior wrapping around the side, and the pec minor in the front. They draw the shoulder blades forward. And that's what we're gonna be doing with this first exercise. It's called the push-up plus. So you're gonna do a regular push-up, and then once you get to the top of your push-up, you're just gonna go a little bit further by pushing those shoulder blades around towards the front of the rib cage. All the way down, up to the top, push just a little bit further. The next exercise is going to focus on the trapezius and the rhomboids. So we're going to get those 5-pound weights again. Also remember, you can use Nalgene's full of water. This one's called the Superman Angel. At least that's what I call it. You're going to do a regular Superman exercise. So laying on your stomach, you're going to lift up off the table, arms out in front of you, and then you're going to do a snow angel motion. Really focusing on strong, good, controlled movement of your shoulder blades as you do this. The third exercise is also focusing on those muscles in the back. It's called the bent over row. You're gonna need a little bit more weight for this one. So somewhere between 25 and 45 pounds, I'm guessing. If you don't have weights at home, you can buy a 5-gallon bucket for super cheap, fill it up with water, completely full, it weighs about 45 pounds. You're gonna find a bench or a table where you can get into this bent over position, really focus on having a straight back, nice strong through the core, and you're gonna lift the weight up towards your side, elbow somewhat tight, doesn't have to be completely pinned against your ribs, but when you get to the top of the pull, you're really focusing on pulling that shoulder blade in towards the middle, getting a nice squeeze at the top. As you lower, shoulder blade comes forward around the side of the ribs. As you go up, shoulder blade squeezes in towards the middle. I hope you enjoyed the information provided in this video on how to keep those shoulders strong and healthy. Make sure you check out the next video where we're going to cover some basic paddling technique and some stroke drills that you can use to practice. In my eyes, this is where you're going to get the most bang for your buck in terms of keeping your shoulders healthy, as well as improving your green race time. So in the meantime, good luck training, and I'll see you guys on the river.